think the only thing that's changed is your experiences. You've learnt more. You've had a lot more experience in different conditions and playing in different countries. So, you obviously, you hope you improve as a player and you grow as a player over a 4-year period and continue to get better. My love for the game is still, nothing's changed there. I love the game. I enjoy playing all the formats. So I think, 4 years, it's been a great ride so far, and it's been a great experience. But yeah, it's hopefully only the start of it. Both countries were amazing. We're so great at supporting the Australian cricket team. And they're amazing countries to visit. Being in Pakistan for the first time in 24 years or something like that was awesome. Being able to play cricket there and experience conditions there. It was a great challenge. To end up winning that series was a great effort from our group. And then, the same with Sri Lanka. First time I travelled there, the conditions were obviously significantly tougher with the amount of spin there was. But it was an awesome challenge. Really had to work my game out, understand how I'm going to play in those conditions. And it was very exciting to grow and learn in that area. And I think psychology gets better whenever you don't go through a period where you don't get, that really big score that you're after. You're always looking for a way to get there. In Pakistan, I didn't really, apart from that first game where I got 90, there wasn't many first innings. I got out early in Karachi, and then I got run out in the second test. So, I wasted those big opportunities to get big scores in the second inning, in the first inning. I had some nice contributions in Pakistan with, 44, off 50, and then, 38 in the second innings where we were trying to push the game forward. Yeah, look, I think it can only help. Obviously, India's going to provide a whole different type of conditions and maybe some array of conditions, spinning to reversing to. So for us, it's going to be an awesome opportunity to once again grow and learn in that space. But we want to come to India to win. We think we've got a really good team at the moment that can really grow in that space and be dominant in any country. So we just want to make sure we're really clear on our plans, which is why the last 2 subcontinent tours were so great, because we actually we had a lot of young guys in our side get their first experience, and they did quite well. They really trusted their game. They played really well, so that was really exciting. Well, just like I've done my research on him, I'm sure he's done his research on me. Like, he, being a great cricket fan as Ashwin is he, he's watching cricket. He's probably watched those series in Sri Lanka and picked up a few things. And my job is to make sure I continue to develop and make sure, I'm, a step ahead. Come February. It's going to be a great challenge, to face him in those really spinning conditions. But, one that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, look, I think the great thing about Ashwin is his ability to bowl any way. He can change his seam angle, he can change his trajectory, his pace, his angle on the crease. I don't think there's anyone in the world, any spinner that does that better. Probably that chest part of the game, moving around the crease, changing the seam angle, trying to slide the ball in, coming up with different deliveries to try and get the batter out. And so I think that's what makes him really tough. He's his ability to keep bouncing all these different options is what makes him one of the best spinners in the world. Yeah, I mean, watching footage, I think is one, just trying to get a really good gauge on what he's done in the past, and what all the spinners have done in the past, and being really clear with my options to score runs and how to play in those conditions. I mean, we had a taste in Sri Lanka of some tough spinning conditions, and I've got no doubt we're going to get some similar conditions when we go there. So just preparing well and understanding how I'm going to play, and I think that's probably the key before knowing the situation of the game. I mean, it's funny, we always say slump in form, but I mean, for Steve Smith specifically, it was just he hadn't got 100. I mean, I think his three scores in Pakistan were, 70, 60, and 70. I think he got, and then he got 100 in Sri Lanka. Then he got run out in the first test, and then got 150. So, I think sometimes the media builds it up. And then I think, obviously, you as a cricketer in the history of the game, you get judged on hundreds. It's just this random number that we've chosen to judge players on. But I mean, I certainly didn't feel like Steve was out of form or not batting well. I thought he was actually, on the contrary, I thought he was batting really well. And I could tell in Sri Lanka that he was going to get a big score. He was really comfortable with the conditions and playing in the conditions, and it was nice to see him get that big score. And in terms of Virat, I mean, like I said, class is permanent. He's an amazing player. And I'm sure over the next few years, he's gonna score some runs and score some hundreds. Hopefully not against Australia, but he's a very good player, and I think for people, people are entitled to their opinion on form, but one thing's for sure, that he's been a very good player for the last 10 years, and I can't assume it's going to change. Absolutely. I think every player struggles with doubt at some point. I can't speak for any of those guys specifically, just because I'm not them. But doubt's just a part of the game. It's about coming down to trusting yourself. You want to make sure that you're trusting the way you're playing. Yes, there's going to be doubt, and you want to show that confidence in your game. And looking at Virat, it doesn't look like he's lacking that on the field. He's still got that classic Virat confidence when he walks out, and I think that's what's important. Just trying to assert yourself at the crease, and then just trusting your game. Look, as a fan, I've really enjoyed watching the last their last sort of 6 test matches now. It's been very entertaining, the way they've played. It's exciting to watch. And look, there's been a lot of talk about Bazball, but for me, it's just it's exciting to see them play that way. And I hope they continue to play that way, because it's very entertaining.